start my thing. Recording in progress. Everybody click their panels, say they don't care whether they're on there or not. All right, so let me do this. Okay, welcome to the May 6th, 2024 gathering of the Green Communities Committee. This meeting's being recorded on Zoom for those who would like to watch this later date. If you have the Zoom link, you're on. If not, sorry we missed you, but we would have liked to have had you there. And the agenda lists all topics which may be discussed at the meeting and are those reasonably anticipated by the chair. Votes may be taken as a result of these discussions. Not all items listed may be in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may also be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by open meeting law. So with that, I'll call our meeting to order and all that stuff. Guys, did you have a chance to review Kim's minutes? Are you okay with them?
A couple weeks ago, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I reviewed them when they came in.
Okay. Look. Okay. Great. All in favor?
Need a roll call vote, Dave.
Oh, roll call vote. That's right. We're on Zoom here. All right. Mr. Passios.
Aye.
Mr. Snyder.
Aye.
Ms. Duffy.
Aye.
And an aye from me. All right. Minutes passed. Beautiful. Great. Let's jump right into the fun stuff now. Karen has joined us from MRPC as we get ready for our deadline of Friday to try to get something onto the I'm blanking on my words here, but anyway, the grant approval process. Thank you. It's been a long week and it's only Monday. All right. So I saw some notes flying around. We are being graced by the illustrious Mr. Bill Bernard as our DPW director. I'll ask him, Mr. Bernard, if he wants to give us a quick update of how he thinks our sewer commission is doing this week.
Okay, so our biggest hurdle was calculating the energy savings. So we asked our regular sewer consultant to help us with that. They gave us a price that was way too high. I changed their scope of work. They came back with a price that was way too high. I reached out to another company. They couldn't do it. And then I heard, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name, from a company that is working for Unitil. And they said they could do it and have the energy savings calculation to me by Wednesday afternoon.
Excellent.
At no charge. Evidently, Unitil is picking up the tab, I guess.
Okay.
So
Right.
they'll have the cost of the project and any incentives they could provide. But did anyone like do an audit of the pumps and everything?
What do you mean by audit?
Like, was there a firm that came in and said, oh, you need a new VFD, or you need to add a VFD, or you should really replace this motor in this pump and
Yeah,
get a report on it?
We have a contractor that performs the maintenance and operation of our pump stations. And they're saying, yeah, your pumps are at the end of their life. And just based off of the age of them, they're at the end of their life. So you're saying we should have a report saying that?
Yes, in order to get any money,
Mm-hmm.
DOER has to see that, you know, the model that you have is no good to you anymore, and that you have to, the model number is X and you're going to replace it with this model, and it's going to save this much money and it's going to cost this much. And
Okay.
you know,
So yeah, so it's basically the for the maintenance contractor. Why are you replacing the pumps?
Okay.
yeah, basically, yeah.
And
Yep.
But we have documents that show all of that from the beginning of saying the pumps are obsolete, need to be replaced, to right straight through to what we're replacing them with, and an estimated cost for that replacement.
Yeah, so I have the cost estimates. I have what the new pumps are. Yeah, so I'll just ask them to write me a report.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
And
Does we
yeah,
go
just
with the
have them justify
VFDs
why he-
also, or just the pumps?
You talked over each other.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry, did we go with the VFDs also? We talked about combining it and submitting the entire project, even though it may be a little more than what we can actually get. But our return on investment would be better.
Yes, so the project does include the VFDs.
Okay,
Bill, what was the total cost estimate?
Let me look it up. It's just over 200,000. Let's see.
I thought it was like 280 or something like that, 281, if I
Correct.
remember right, from Paula.
Let's see. Yep, I have too many files to look at. Which
Okay,
one?
that's fine. That's fine. I just
Yeah.
want to get an idea so we know how much. And so Unitil is also gonna give you the incentives? Did they have you fill out an application for incentives?
I haven't filled anything out, but they did talk about giving incentives.
Okay,
I'm not sure where that's at.
so
Alright,
we
so let
would
me-
need to know if in fact there is an incentive and whether it's estimated or confirmed, and Unitil
Okay.
can only confirm it if you actually submit an application. So whoever you're working with at Unitil will know all about that.
Right.
All right.
for the streetlights, we went in with the application with an estimated incentive, didn't we?
Yeah,
Dave, I'm pretty sure we did, and then it was finalized later, and it was actually a little bit higher than the estimate. So as long as we have some documents that, say the incentive is available, and this is approximately what it'll be based on what we know today, I believe that's okay.
it is okay with the intention that if it is over the amount of the grant funding that the town may have to contribute a little bit.
The only thing that was missing was the freight charges, but it looks like it's coming out at like 204 and a half.
So Karen, if the project comes in, say at 220, or say 230, I'm gonna bump it up a little bit. If it comes in at 230, can the incentives cover the overage
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay, that's what I thought. 'Cause
That's
what-
why I asked about the incentive. So whatever incentives we can get helps us with the grant money.
Yeah, that's what we ran into with the streetlights, because once they
Right.
got out there installing them, lo and behold, we had wiring issues, and that ate up a lot of the incentive also, but we had the money to work with. It was great. So as I mentioned to the parties I've spoken to over the past 2 days, I just wanted to be sure that this project didn't fall through the cracks because the information wasn't passed on a timely basis to get the application in and complete, or as complete as possible by Friday. They may come back with a couple extra questions, which is usually, I think, what happens. Isn't it, Karen, after the first review, they'll come back with anything additional they need?
Yes. They do give you an opportunity to explain something more or give additional information or documents or whatever.
Okay, now, one other thing I want to make sure we don't forget about, and again, as we talked about earlier today, Karen, I'm concerned about whether or not the paperwork for the $5,000 for the police cruiser has been passed on to you, or you're aware of that. Because there is another hybrid cruiser that's, And like-
I don't think it has, Dave. We're gonna have to
No.
do that.
No, I have no idea about that cruiser.
And why don't we have that? We talked about that 2 months ago. Question to Dave.
I haven't seen anything submitted from the police or anything like that. I will talk to Heather and the police chief on that.
Yeah,
Because that's-
basically just need the order form or whatever that they give them when they order the car.
Yeah, that's a real simple one. I mean, we've done that every year for what, Dave, last 3 years?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so it's almost a carbon copy with a different dollar amount.
They are offering money for larger vehicles to be EV as well as hold on, let me look at it. I mean, it's kind of late in the game right now, but where is it? There's battery energy storage systems. Oh, in the pump motors and drives, you need the quantity and horsepower for each motor.
I think Bill's got that because Paula provided that to me
Okay,
over.
all right, good, good.
Yeah. We do.
And the lighting at the schools, I assume that we're still doing that.
No, I think we're all set there. I haven't seen anything from the schools. I don't think we were doing that.
Oh,
Because I
Did you
thought the
have-
lighting was kind of done, that we couldn't really do lighting.
you can still do lighting at the schools. And so, Eric Heavy was at the first meeting we had.
Yes, I know, yeah, so I haven't heard anything since from him, so.
Okay, I left a message for him today because we still haven't solved the solar problem.
Yeah, I
So
think I
I'm-
need to stop by the office there and start hitting some people up.
So I sent him a document that showed which of the numbers were too high. I can send that to you as well if you'd like.
Please do, because I'll walk with it into the department there.
Okay. So if there's school lighting, we can get that in. I think they were gonna get the paperwork, so when I connect with Eric, if there's, room in the, below the 225, I'll put it in. But,
Okay.
That was gonna be my comment, Karen. If we can squeak the paperwork in and, maximize our application dollar wise, we really need to do this because we're not gonna be able to apply again till April next year.
right. Well, you could apply in the fall.
I was told we can only do it once a year.
Oh, you mean if we applied now? Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't apply in the fall. You wouldn't get it done in time anyways.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's part of the problem, closing out the previous
Right,
project.
okay.
I'll be back in town tomorrow, so if there's anything I can do for running around, just please let me know.
Okay, will do.
So in fact, Karen, if you want to send it to both Daves, that what you sent to Eric, one of us can make sure we beat on somebody tomorrow. Thank you.
Yes. Just sent it.
Excellent, thank you. Okay, all right, so we'll need to, I'll check with. Again, I'll check with Eric again on the lighting. I haven't heard anything that he's even close on that. We'll do the police cruiser. The other one would be, we've received in the past grants for going to the class to learn like the energy management class. Are those still available?
Don't believe so.
Okay, because I know we have we have all new people and we finally have, solid facilities directors, at least we hope they're solid facility directors. So, I'm hoping that to help get them educated, because I think that's a lot of our issues sometimes, is understanding the systems.
Right. You mean the certification, right?
Yeah, there was like something we did, we've done it in the past, it was like a, some certificate class. It's like $5,000.
Yeah,
John Wanda was still here the last time we did that, was he, John?
yeah. Building operator certification.
Right,
Yep.
Yes,
they
And
are
we
doing
it
it,
is still available.
okay,
We left one seat unexpended on that because we didn't have anybody to
Right.
fill that
so
last
Dave,
one.
Right.
Dave, we left 2 seats undone.
Oh, it was 2 seats, okay.
Yeah, because John had nobody that wanted to do it for the schools, and we were going through facilities folks with the DPW, we were going through people with the DPW, so. Bill wasn't on board yet. It was during the period when we had 16 DPW directors in 16 days. Yeah.
There's also other training things that you can take. For example, advanced HVA systems and heat pump maintenance and repair, building controls training, building operator certification, electric vehicle maintenance and repair, and electric vehicle station installation and maintenance training. So that's other training besides building operator certification.
Well, the building operator is on that controls as well, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All right.
But yes, it is available.
Okay, is there a certain page I can send over to Eric
That's-
and
That's
folks?
that's on page 7.
Page 7? Okay,
So in order of priority, just so that we're not spending time on these training things and we're already out of money, or we're up against the limit. Obviously, it's the sewer project, assuming all the numbers come in. And that's my big worry. If the numbers don't come in and it doesn't qualify, then we don't have time to pull together another big project.
You know, I
correct.
really think that Eric was expecting reports from AECom when we last talked, but it could be wrong. Just, to have something in case it does fall through.
Yeah,
Right.
we definitely don't have anything, Dave, if this falls through.
So there's
Maybe we-
also another category, battery powered lawn care and landscaping equipment. I don't know about the cemetery and parks departments or you, Bill, if you can get
I
the
think that's going to take another decade before Lunenburg gets to that part of the world.
Agreed. We're
First
not
gotta
ready.
get electricity. Okay,
all right. All right, so as long as I get the paperwork, I'll be all set. And Bill, if you need any assistance, getting that report, or if they need to know what they need to say, just, reach out to me.
Yep, I will do that.
And yeah, Paul is on vacation.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well,
That's okay. Bill's got the reins, no problem. The horses are going down the street.
So, Matt and Kim, it's nice to meet you. I've been helping Lunenburg with Green Communities for several years now. It's nice to see new blood on the committee.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Thanks.
Just remember to take care of that knee, or your leg, I should say.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was sympathy he had for sitting on the aisle at the town meeting, but that's, what do I know?
Was there a big topic at town meeting?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we've got an override.
Oh, yeah, we have one tomorrow night. Well, we've already voted no on it, but town meeting's tomorrow night.
So we're the opposite. We've had our town meeting voted yes. But we have the election coming up on the 18th, I think it is.
Oh, yeah, we voted yes at a special town meeting and then voted no at the ballot.
Yeah.
The way it always happens.
Yeah, that's the expectation at this point, but you never know.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, thank you all for your time, and I'll keep you up to date. I will email the certification for Heather to sign. So I'll take care of that part, and once I get it all together, I may not, whenever I send it, so I do it online into their system. But once I'm done, I'll send copies to Dave and you can distribute to people.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, Karen, I'm looking through the grant application. You said page 7? For the,
The program
Um,
opportunity notice?
yeah, for the grant application. It's under the
Yeah.
grant application, right?
Well, it's called program opportunity notice.
Oh, maybe I'm missing it then.
It's a PDF.
Nope, I don't, all right, hold on. I'm not seeing that. Bear with me a second here.
Karen, I've got a question. Which certification were you mentioning?
Building operator certification. So it's, learning how the buildings work and the controls work with each other and that's the extent of my knowledge.
Oh, okay. So you're sending it to Heather because someone wants to get certified on this?
Oh, I'm sorry. The certification is the certification page that, yes, we, the town of Lunenburg, want to apply for this grant.
Oh.
She has to sign it. Sorry about that.
No problem.
That's
There's a lot I don't know about being on this committee. I try to do what I can, but
No,
I'll
that's
also
great.
ask random questions too.
All right. No question is stupid when it comes to green communities.
Mm-hmm.
God, I could think of one. I don't know.
The thing is, these processes are not easy to wade through. That's why having Karen on board, who's been doing it for quite a while, and people will be bringing in next year through the grant writer services program, should help us get things done a lot quicker than we have in the past in all sections of the town.
Dave, if you find that on page 7, it's under workforce development.
I see it now. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
I just was looking wrong. Okay. Okay. All right. Bill, are you familiar? So actually, this is something more just to take up with Chris and Eric, right? Not your department anymore.
That's correct.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Delegate. You gonna delegate?
It's their department. I don't have to delegate. It's all them.
Okay. All right.
Not my job, man.
Okay. All right. All right. I will. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean, possibly we get up to 3 of those, maximum of $3,000 per employee, and I think that paid. I guess I just got to look up the classes to see what the
Okay.
cost is of the classes on that one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. I think we're all set then on that side. Anything else on these topics, guys? I'm sorry, Dave. To answer your thing, I know you were going through the order of importance. Obviously, it's the sewer one first.
Yep.
I
Make sure we get that 5,000 for the police cruiser, because that's a no-brainer.
exactly.
That's one.
I'll talk to Eric regarding the school lighting, if there's anything he planned for that. And then if not, we'll talk about the classes, the building operator certificate or something to that class.
Dave, for some reason, the lighting project never really locked into my head. Do you have any idea what the approximate dollar amount Eric had been talking about?
I have no idea. That one didn't lock into my head either. That's why.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
You know,
but
the
then
thing,
again, not much is locking into my head these days. So,
the thing with the lighting is they are moving away from it, but they haven't done that yet. That's why we could still apply for it this year.
right. And I'm trying to think what needs lighting, what we have left, but that's
I
okay.
don't know.
Yeah, it's the final phase of lighting, and he had the audits done over February vacation. Who's
All right,
Chris Ruth? Does he work for you, Bill? Chris Ruth?
Chris is, okay. Chris is for the town, not the school.
Okay.
The
Okay.
facilities director, town side.
Okay, so him and Eric were meeting with AECom and had the audits done, and they were expecting the paperwork.
Yeah, they've been collaborating on quite a few of these projects, trying to get caught up on stuff. So
Do we have two cruisers this year? Wasn't there a canine unit and a cruiser?
Yeah,
This is
but
only those,
the canine unit's not eligible because of the
Okay.
type of vehicle it
because it's
is.
too
Well,
big or
no,
whatever,
actually,
yeah.
Karen, you mentioned it's bigger vehicles now?
Yeah, it's right below that on that same page on page 7. It
Light
starts
duty,
with the
less than 8,500 pounds GVWR, so that would be a F-150?
yeah.
So the canine unit, that should be a good vehicle for them.
The
Yeah, what
problem
they
is,
present, that was a Suburban, right? So that's a bigger, or,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not a hybrid.
yeah, I wasn't sure if there was a hybrid option and if that counted or not, but.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
there's a lot of unique things that push the price on that by $35,000. It's a very expensive vehicle.
Mhm.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could offset part of it, but my understanding is we can't. I mean, it's worth asking the question, but again, can we do it quick enough?
Right. Well, and the
I mean,
offset's
did-
really just the hybrid differential, right? Isn't that the kind of how that works?
Yeah.
It's,
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Did you have any vehicles on the capital plan at town meeting?
I think it was just those two. It was the cruiser,
Just,
Okay.
yeah,
standard cruiser SUV, and then the K9 unit was the bigger vehicle, but if that one doesn't count, then it's just those two, so.
Okay.
and then from there you jump up to what are they, 5-ton dumps, Bill, with plows that we replace?
That's correct, yep.
So we jump up to the bigger sizes after that for snow removal and general maintenance trucks.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like, yeah, they're not doing this. They're doing the Silverado, but not the Suburban. Yeah. All right. Oh, well, we tried. Holy cow, you get ads.
So how come the canine unit wouldn't be eligible?
They don't make a hybrid version of that,
Oh.
or whatever the case,
That
yeah.
makes sense. Okay.
I wonder actually if there's anything. 2024 hybrid large SUV. They can do a Land Rover Defender. I wouldn't mind that. I might become a canine officer if I could be driving a Land Rover Defender. Yeah.
I know all the particulars on it, Dave, but I know all the equipment that's required to be on that vehicle and to keep that climate controlled the way it needs to be for an animal in it is worse than the officer that sits in it. And, you know, the dog needs to be more comfortable than the officer based on what I've heard.
Well, you know, it's the same as the prisoner needs to be more comfortable than the officer when they're sitting in jail. So, yeah.
Yep.
But all right, so let's not. We won't worry about that one. Let's just worry about the cruiser, and then we'll try to do the courses and things like that.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, let's see. Hold on, I'm just trying to get a feel for this. Oh, everything's Zoom. I don't like the Zoom ones. They used to have them in person. Okay. Okay, anyway, we'll figure that out. Okay. All right. Excellent. Okay, so we're all set on that one. Anything else that we missed here?
Don't believe so.
Okay, well, Karen, Bill, if you want to say goodnight, you're welcome to.
Good
All right.
night.
Good night.
All
Bye.
right, we'll talk.
Night.
We'll talk to you before the week. So,
All right. Thank you.
all right, kids. So the next thing I had on the agenda was outreach programs, community awareness and all things like that. We getting any more activity in Facebook, Kim, these days?
More people are following the page slowly but surely. I've been thinking about what our next kind of topic should be to get more people involved. 'Cause I know there was a lot of positive reactions to the street lights. I've been wanting to like go outside and like take a video of them dimming just so I can be like, yeah, look, these are dimming. But you know, I don't know if we wanted to move on to I know like the thing we just do a lot are the police vehicle replacements to all the hybrid vehicles. So I was wondering if that would be something that would be interesting to people to be like, yeah, we help replace all the police vehicles to be, you know, like the hybrid vehicles and kind of focus on that topic. Also open to any other projects that we've done in the past, or that you've all done in the past to kind of highlight. That's just what I know of the most.
Okay.
Do you know how many fleet vehicles we've done?
I'm trying to say 3 right now. I know it's at least 2. It might be 3.
And with a 4th potentially in this round?
Correct, but I need to, let me hold on, documents, personal, green group, competitive grant, 2020, it was grant table. 2020, we had public safety, we didn't have a cruiser. Nope, the 2020 grant was all of our appliances that we did. Let's see, go back a stage. 2022, we did 2 cruisers in 2022.
Did you do any last year?
Actually, no, that was 1. We did 1 cruiser in 2022. That was last year. That would have been, that's the last grant. So we've been doing grants like every 2 years. That's the problem we have. Well,
So we've
one
only
year.
replaced 1 so far.
I thought we had done more. That's why I'm having trouble here.
Yeah.
Bear with me.
Yeah, there's gotta be more, but they're probably back a little ways.
Yeah.
I think Chief Marino was still on when we did the first one. First one, too. Because that was the beginning of the transition to hybrids.
Oh, here we go. We did 1 in that grant. So we've done, actually, we did 2 in that grant. So we've done 3 cruisers so far.
So 2 in 2022.
2 in
Yeah.
2020.
Oh,
And here, so hold on. Here we go. I can do this. Hold on. 2020. Full screen. All right. Share. Okay, and we'll make this bigger. Okay, so here is the 2 cruisers for 2020 grant for $10,000.
total, because there's 5 each, right?
5 each, correct.
Right.
And then in 2022,
Mhm.
share, grant table, share, bigger. We did the public safety, water heater, police department. Oh, no, that was the 2. I just showed you that one. Ugh. Come on. All right, let me just do this. Share.
Dave,
So with the hybrid,
zip
go ahead,
file,
Dave.
send them to Kim. Because if she looks over what we've done through
Yeah, I can like
those
put something together.
grant rounds, then it may trigger something that she wants to look into more and get out there to the public that,
Okay.
you know, this is what we did over a 3-year period or 4-year period.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yep.
So
Okay,
for the
this is
hybrid
what-
vehicles, like we're saving, you know, 5K towards that. But like, are we spending? So like the difference between a hybrid and a regular gas one is probably more than 5K, but like we save the gas over long term. It's like that kind of situation.
And by the way, the difference was not that much. The difference was, I'm trying to say the difference is roughly 5K between the 2 of them.
Okay,
Because
so it's
when
kind of like you
do-
break even, but you get the savings because it's a hybrid.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the difference is that basically when you do if you're gonna do the non-hybrid, so it's kind of humorous. The difference between a hybrid and a non-hybrid is a hybrid is usually a 4-cylinder with an electric engine in it. You're not gonna do a 4-cylinder car like that, so you'd end up buying a 6-cylinder car. So the price is roughly the same. It's just not the same as a 4. So can you imagine a police cruiser as a 4-cylinder SUV? I think everybody could outrun him in the whole town. Even in my 93 Ford Taurus wagon, that type of thing. So that's why they do. That's why it's just a joke sometimes about the whole police cruiser thing, the hybrid thing.
Mhm.
So I'll send you the grant tables from the
Okay.
different years to look at things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's gotta be
So
some
for-
carbon offset there, though.
What's that?
There's gotta be some carbon offset.
So there is. There's a difference is that it's roughly $5,000 to $10,000 more than a 4-cylinder gas car. But when you go to the 6-cylinder gas car, it's almost the same. At least
Yeah.
it was when I bought my hybrid
Right.
type of thing. Okay. All right. We lost Matt for a while. So no problem. All right. All right. Okay, so I'll send you all the grant tables. The other thing I was gonna say is that can we say something like about projects we're looking to help with?
Yeah,
As an example is the sewer pumps, the next phase of mini splits at the school. I don't know, other things we could talk about or any, working with the facilities departments on envelope tightening and energy efficient upgrades. I'm just trying to think of trying to get out to the public of things that we can be involved with and let them give us a little incentive to the town to make sure we're involved.
yeah, that's a good idea.
And I mentioned in there that we're trying to keep up with the transition of some of these grant programs from what they were concentrating on over the past, say, decade. And now they're morphing away from some of those items and moving more towards electrification and
Yeah.
energy efficient, not energy efficiency. What am I looking for?
Decarbonization.
The general term for tightening up buildings and so on. There's a
Right,
general.
Yeah.
Decarbonization.
And it is.
That's part of that's a piece of it, but it's there's another general category. It's like, for me, I can't get it right now. I'll blurt it out when my brain gets it.
Tonight, you'll be streaming it tonight, right? Okay.
Probably about 2.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay, super. Let's see. I'm trying to think what other things we have right now.
Was there anything about those green community signs?
Oh, we found one.
Yeah, there's only one that I'm aware of. It's in Chris Root's office. Last I heard.
There used to be one at the library on display, and so I need to talk to the library about that.
Okay. And the other thing, probably going for the longer term, is that we may start getting information out there to the public about the Mass Save program, because a lot of the money that comes in through DOE from the federal government is going to go through the state agency DOER, but it's going to be funneled through Mass Save. So we'll need to keep an eye on those programs and inform the public as early as possible, because then they can go to Mass Save and say, hey, we heard about this program. What do we need to apply? Because it went through us.
Yeah, it's a good idea as well. I get these like flyers in the mail from my old company about Mass Save, so they always give me something.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're not already flooded with weekly emails, you might consider getting on the DOER mailing list, because they're the state department in Boston that's responsible for administer or accepting the federal monies and developing programs to disseminate it throughout the state. And like I said, it looks like most of it's going through Mass Save.
Mhm.
And again, the problem we're going to run into is that everyone I've seen recently has the sentence in there concentrating on disadvantaged areas. So a lot of this stuff, we're going to see it go right past us and
Yeah.
not be eligible for it in Lunenburg.
Yeah, that stinks. We gotta become more of a disadvantaged area, you know?
Yeah, how do we do that? We can do that, right?
Let's get all those apartments and 40Bs in, you know?
Well, I mean, that is a result of not allowing 40Bs and other types of low income housing. You price yourself out of these grant programs. And I mean, that's fine if that's what the citizens of Lunenburg want to do, then that's one of the downsides of continuing to block that kind of development.
Right. Okay.
Of course, there are many other issues to that scenario, so it's not as simple as making yourself eligible for grants by allowing it.
Yep,
Yeah.
understand. Oh, and I will try to check, well, I don't know if anybody wants to check, but at one point, there was an energy meter available at the library that Unitil had donated, that you can actually bring home, plug an appliance in, and see how it, what kind of energy it uses. So especially it was supposed to be, the idea was, you can see phantom power, you can see what things might be wasting a lot. So it was something that you can take out with your library card. I don't know if the library still has it. I don't know if it still works. It was probably 6 years ago we got that at this point, 7 years ago. So
I actually own personally 4 of those. I have 2 up here in New Hampshire and 2 in Mass. I watch my refrigerators, my pellet stove, all kinds of different things on a different time frame. And it does. I mean, it tells you exactly what you're using, so you can calculate your costs.
So I'm gonna have to get you hooked up with one of my customers then, Dave. They have one where you can do it on an app. It's it monitors all your circuit breakers and gives you a little app with like bubbles telling you what's using the most amount of electricity and all that. And you can, through the app, you can turn circuit breakers off.
Oh.
So the CEO of the company is saying, yeah, so when my teenage daughter is taking a half-hour shower, right around 20 minutes, I turn the breaker off. I go, yeah, buddy, tell me, yeah, and you're still alive, huh?
Wow.
So I don't think he does that, but that's okay. I think that was a poor scenario, right? So that's fine. All right. Anything else, guys? I mean, I don't know how much time you guys want to take today, but anything else?
Actually, nothing else on my agenda for tonight, just to make sure that we knew what everybody needed to do to make sure we get through Friday and be where we want to be on Friday afternoon.
Okay, and guys, I'll touch base. We'll do it through an email, but if sewer's not ready, I'm saying we're waiting for fall. We're not gonna put it in for $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. Right?
Yeah.
That makes total sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the fall one, I look at it as it should be competitive in this town between the schools wanting money for mini splits, the town wanting money for the, sewer pumps and everything else. We should have some projects in the fall.
Yeah. The other thing, Dave, is that the priorities, I would assume, are going to shift. And I'll say this facetiously, when the override does not pass. So I think there's going to be a readjustment of priorities even on these projects that have been in the pipeline for a couple of years, because we don't have enough money to do what has to get done in the next 5 years, or we're going to have a non-functional general facilities across town, as well as other issues. So I don't know, I think there's gonna be a realignment of priorities.
Okay, all right, I don't disagree, but that's, yeah, we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah, I'm not sure how much that'll like impact us though, because I'm sure a lot of the things that we'll need to move around, like I don't know if that would really impact stuff that we would be submitting. I mean, I guess we would have less stuff to submit, is that what you're saying? Because people don't want to do those things because we have other stuff to do, even if it would be mostly free.
Yeah, they're gonna look at other things first. They
Yeah,
would look at, as opposed to taking care of their buildings, they're gonna
Yeah,
look at other.
put out
priorities.
fires.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm,
Although the other thing being that if we can contribute, $225,000 towards a desperate need that they don't have money for, then we do just like we're doing with sewer. We concentrate on it and fast track it as best we can and grab the money when we can get it.
Yeah, the schools, it said that like a really big increase in the utility cost for the schools. So I'm not sure if there's anything, that would be worthwhile to do for that. I don't know which utilities and if it would be beneficial.
I mean, there's a couple of things going on there. I won't get into it tonight, but one of the increases was really on paper, not so much the cost of the energy. I don't disagree that there was an cost of energy increase, but there's something else that's a piece of that that's really not been vetted fully out in the open.
Yeah.
The other thing being is that, and the facilities directors are working on this, we've got solar credits banked that have not been managed to the point where it was offsetting our costs. And that's part of the reason our power costs were going up, was because we weren't using the credits that we amassed. So, that's why I say there may be some rearrangement of priorities as they start to get caught up with these things and realize that, kind of like the Chapter 90 money. Oh, we got all this money that we haven't tapped into. Now we can do this project, that project, this project. Same thing with energy. We've got these credits that we haven't been taking advantage of. Once we get those into the pipeline, then we should see some improvements.
Understand, and I think that's also, I mean, we're running into that, Dave, that's what we're running into, we still haven't gotten our final report done. Because the schools are reporting they made twice as much solar energy as that the panels are physically able to do.
Right,
So
right.
they've been trying to get this corrected, we've been trying to get this corrected for 5 months now, and nobody's talking to us.
Yeah.
And it's just sad that we're still running into this thing that, this town doesn't talk to each other, still. And
Yep.
cooperate.
Yep.
All right.
And the excuse that we're playing catch up is only good for, I would say, maybe another 4 months. And if things stay, status quo, then we should be insisting that we start seeing results from, proposals and plans moving forward as to how we're going to address what's been identified as the issues.
Yep. Agree.
Unless
Okay.
anybody says anything, I'd make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, well, let me just, one last thing.
Sure.
Next meeting is gonna be the 1st of the month. Okay,
1st of June.
not the 1st of June,
June-
sorry, hold on.
June 3rd.
Yeah, I was
What
going
is
to
it?
say June 1st is going to be a Saturday because that's National Trails Day.
June 3rd.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay with that.
So we'll get June 3rd for the next meeting. I appreciate everybody's time. Oh, we had a motion to adjourn.
Do we have a
Second,
second?
Dave, are you thinking library, Ritter, Zoom, TBD?
right now it's Ritter Zoom. Well,
Okay.
we might stick with Zoom just because of
My
logistics and
situation?
everything else. But we'll let you know. It's nice to
Okay.
see everybody,
Yeah,
but
yeah, and especially if we get through, once the application's in, then I don't remember when that the awards are announced, but we've got a little bit of time there where we're gonna just be kind of floating along, waiting to hear on the grant. So we
Yeah.
can, probably take care of all our business in half an hour for the next couple of months after that.
Sounds good.
Dave, did you want me to send the meeting minutes that were approved to whoever they're supposed to be sent to, or you want to do, I don't mind
Sure.
doing that. Who do
No,
we
if you
send it
can
to?
Just send it to the list of who was invited to the meeting.
Okay,
Okay, that'll give you, the town hall, town clerk, that'll give you.
Ellen, yeah.
Yeah, and all that stuff, okay? Unless you
Alright.
want to send it individually to them. I know we've seen it already, but it's up to you.
Okay,
But if you could
Alright.
do that, yes, I would much appreciate that.
yes. I can send the
Just-
approved ones, and then I'll send these ones, the new ones from today's out to you guys soon, so you'll have them
Okay.
be fresh in your mind.
Yeah, Kim, just so you know, Ellen is the one that processes minutes.
Ellen? Okay, I can just send them to her. Perfect.
Very
Great.
good.
Cool.
We have a-
Thank you.
Right. All right, so roll call vote of, to leave and call it an evening and to say thank you. Ms. Duffy,
Hi,
Mr. Schneider,
Aye.
Mr. Passios,
Aye.
and an aye for me. Guys, thank you. I think we just got our new
Aye.
record, 45 minutes. I love it. All right.
Thank
Thanks. I
you.
appreciate all
All
the
right.
help and support.
thank you.
Bye all.
Take
Bye.
care.